Impact, go for it. Boy, Mike.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with Betty, she is our 416 rifle. It's got a 40-inch barrel. We built it off a Cadex Action and chassis. It pushes a 550 grain lathe turn solid at about 3,000 feet per second. Just a ton of fun to shoot. It shoots really soft. This weekend we're going to get to put it through its paces and see how she does in a match format.
Impact, first round. That a boy, Mike. Come up your elevation.
Send same.
Impact, second round.
Come up just a touch, Peter.
You shot him, yes. All right,
Send same.
That broke about the same elevation wise. Impact, third round.
Come down just a touch.
You put it on it. Yeah.
Send same.
Windage is good.
Oh. Poured it into the middle. Dead center.
Fourth round.
One of the big differences between this match and the last one was we've gotten a decent amount more experience. So the last ELR match was Mike's first one, and it was the second time he'd ever shot out to 2,000. We've had some practice days together, so we've been able to work our system, and we've refined how we work together as a shooter and a spotter. It's going to be interesting to see how the 416 does over the 338s.
The experience, for the second match has been really great. The big takeaways are continued practice and development with our wind calling system. We had some good hits. The conditions were really tough on the second day. Tough wind, tough mirage, but we did well. Really can't say enough about the opportunity to come out and continue to learn and work with the team and system. The rifle I was shooting is 338 Lapua. The rifle did great. The equipment that we have really is extraordinary. We've got gear built by Georgia Firing Line. The equipment performed perfectly. We were able to reach out and touch the targets in tough conditions. There was a lot of interesting pieces and parts. We could point to individual shots or individual calls that we made. The thing that I'm most happy with and proud of is first day we were able to get first round hits on a number of targets. Shooting the 416 first time in the match. From a wind call standpoint, the system that we have works, and if we can understand direction and speed of wind, we've got a great predictive tool to help us understand exactly how to adjust if we're seeing changing conditions. So the high points for me were getting a lot of hits early.
All right.
I'm up.
Send it. Your center punch hit. Send again.
I'm up.
Send it. Send again.
I'm up.
Send again.
I'm up.
Send it.
It's such a great sport and so much fun. There's so many little things that you have to account for and control for. It's a real pleasure and experience to come out and work with everybody else on the line. People that want to get into it, go find a mentor, go find a friend that can take you out to a range.
Let's do this before we get eaten by an alligator.
I knew we were doing well on the heavy.
Yeah.
It was a shocker for the light.
That was nice.
That
worked out. That worked out well for sure. Heavy came together for us. We got a phenomenal rifle. Betty, our 416, it's just been shooting great for us. That 550 going 3,000 is just a hammer.
Walking away from the match, I'm thrilled at the wind calling. We had solid wind calls on both guns, and we were both reading the same thing.
Our match results is a good indicator of our progress through the process of working as a team. Just getting better at calling wind, getting better with our rifle system. I would say some things we've been discussing that we're going to work on. One, just getting faster. Honestly, a lot of practice, just getting out in some terrible wind conditions to shooting some hard stuff, and just continuing to evolve that team aspect.
We set a goal was to have first round hits, have cold bore hits, and we were able to do that on one of the runs.
The amount of first round hits we had was probably my favorite part. But I got to be honest, most of the things I'm most happy are on Mike's side of his wind calls getting us on at distance with a bunch of first round hits. One of the cold bore shots, our elevation was a little bit off, but we hit an 1.5 inch T-post dead center that was holding up the target, and I was like, that's about as much as you can ask for on an 1,100 yard shot.